And now to cheering news from Imo State. The governor, Hope Uzodinma, has announced an increase in the minimum wage for workers in the state civil service to 104,000 naira. The governor made this declaration during a meeting with members of the state labor force at the government house in Owerri. Governor Uzodinma also increased the salary of medical doctors to 582,000 naira. He also explained that the upward review of wages was made possible by a rise in the state's internally generated revenue and an increase in federal allocations. He emphasized that the new salary structure is aimed at stimulating Imo State's economy and boosting the morale of productivity of civil servants. Governor Uzodinma also announced 16 billion naira to offset gratuity arrears for pensioners in the state. And Chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State, Uche Nwigwe, joins me to discuss this latest development. Thank you for joining us at this time. Imo now offers one of the highest minimum wages in Nigeria. How do you react to this, and what role did the NLC play in this?
My name is Comrade Uche Nwigwe, the state chairperson of Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I want to tell you that the meeting surprised the Imo workforce by making that announcement. Yes, since before now, you may be aware that the implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage started in January this year. After that, after the payment, we noticed one or two discrepancies which we reported to His Excellency in writing. And he assured us that we are going to have a discussion to discuss on that. So yesterday we got an invitation from the governor inviting all the relevant labor organizations, TVC, NLC, and some industrial unions present. And after our meeting, and he rolled out the new minimum wage to Imo workers, you can attest to me that today, Imo is the highest paid state as far as minimum wage is concerned. So workers are happy. As I'm talking to you now, what has been disturbing this conversation is the calls from Imo workers appreciating and thanking the governor for this gesture. So on behalf of Imo workers, we say thank you to him for coming to the rescue of Imo workers at this critical time. We are grateful, like we assured him yesterday, that the Imo workers are going to reciprocate by being effective in our job and being committed in making sure that this payment is not in vain. So we want to thank him, and the workforce is very happy and excited. They have been showing a lot of joy to the governor and the government of Imo State. So we are grateful.
This increase also extends to the medical doctors and also, payment of gratuities. But we've seen past wage promises, fall through in the past. How confident are you that this is sustainable?
Well, it's very sustainable because I remember that during the first negotiation with the governor on the implementation of the minimum wage in Imo, in fact, why we deferred the payment to start from January 2025 was as a result of the discussion on how he will start the payment of gratuity of retired workers of Imo State, which have not been paid for the past 24 years ago. In fact, when we go into meeting and discussion with him and we came to see the figure that is involved, we are shocked. Running up to over 60-something billion. And we begin to ask how are we going to manage this? And he assured us and said that we should not be worried, that he's going to implement the minimum wage as the government and the labor, and it was enshrined as a law in Nigeria, that which he started, yes. And as soon as the minimum wage was implemented from January, he commenced immediately on the payment of the first batch of the retirees in Imo State, both from the public service, civil service, and at the local government. So he paid up to 50–60% of the gratuities. And yesterday was the last lap of it, which he's going to complete the gratuity. So we are not in doubt. He has done it before. And making it as promised yesterday that he's going to commence tomorrow. We are not doubting him because we know he has done it before.
Right.
On the issue of the minimum wage, of course, we agree with him on 70,000, which he has started commencing payments. And today, it was 104,000 as the entry point for level 1, step 1 in Imo State. So you have seen that the shown capacity.
All right. Were there other expectations beyond just the payment of the minimum wage as regards the welfare of workers? But that's a start for now. Thank you for talking to us. Chairman NLC Imo State, Uche Nwigwe, thank you for joining us at this time.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.